Hello, this is Dumont, and back again for another Transformers comic book review. This time, issue number 19. It says, "You asked for him, you got him. Omega Supreme." Wow. There was that one cover that wasn't that good, but like all the other covers have been good, and this one joins the ranks of being another cool, kick-ass cover. If you thought the cover for Jetfire was cool, this one I think is even cooler looking. Omega Supreme is just a humongous titan of a character, and is awesome just to see him on there. I can also see Frenzy in the background, and I like Frenzy very, very much, so to me that's just an added bonus. Let's take a look inside, and inside basically, we learned that Grapple finished creating Omega Supreme, and they make it sound like the Constructicons, this combining technology, the Gestalt technology of this Transformer. The Constructicons Devastator was like a super huge deal. That Devastator is the most powerful Decepticon here on Earth, and basically is a tremendous force to reckon with. And Omega Supreme is the one they built to protect the Ark, the base of the Autobots, but is not as powerful as the Constructicons. That's what they're saying right here in the first few pages, and I'm kind of like, what? At least in the cartoon show, I thought Devastator equals the Dinobots pretty much, but which I guess that does say a lot, And Prime is about to go invade the Decepticon base that they're trying to make using the Constructicons, because that was the whole purpose that they created Devastator, was to create an awesome Decepticon base, at least in the comic books. And, so he wants to go in there and find out some information about Devastator. So I guess they're trying to build one of their own. And, the Dinobots they don't like the plan. They're like, we want to go in there and we want to fight, not just get some information, So they back out. They're like, you cannot command us, we're going to back out. And Prime is like, it says right here, the possibility of the Dinobots reacting negatively was a factor I allowed for in my planning. And I'm kind of like, yeah, right, Optimus, sure. I bet you inside you're going, oh man, I just lost the support of the Dinobots. I wanted to put them in the front of the line, and the Dinobots are like super powerful, So I'm sure they would have kicked a lot of butt. But okay, so the Dinobots are not in, and back on the Decepticon side, they're creating this massive-looking base. Whatchamacallit? We're still dealing with Shockwave, Megatron, and Robot Master, right? And Robot Master he really wants to get out of there. And Shockwave and Megatron are like, they're egging each other on the whole time. They decided to cooperate, but they're egging each other on, like, who's the leader. At the same time, it's kind of weird because Shockwave, he kind of like, he doesn't put himself down, but he kind of accepts Megatron as the leader. And I don't know. I don't know, but at the same time, he's like putting him down. He's like, this is one more proof that I should be commander and you're not fit. And he'll say stuff like that, but at the same time, he'll be like, your leader, Megatron, has said so, follow his orders. He'll say stuff like that out of nowhere, So it's kind of like freaking me out. Okay, so everything is going pretty much as the way Prime wanted it to go, or how he strategized. It kind of shows how Prime is a good leader, I guess. That's what this episode is supposed to show. And so he attacks the Decepticon base just for the purpose of, trying to find out more technology about Devastator. And, he's met with Soundwave, Shockwave, and Devastator, of course. Megatron and his crew, on the other hand, are attacking the Ark because he felt that if Prime's over here, then the Ark is probably, there's not a whole lot of people there, so it's going to be vulnerable, so I'm going to attack there. And that's where he encounters Omega Supreme. How powerful is Omega Supreme? It's so far, from what I've read, he's like the most dominating most powerful robot that I've seen in the comic book so far. He is just awesome. He's like, this is one of his lines: "Prepare to meet your manufacturer, Decepticons." You know, I am the guardian of the gates, the junction of your destruction, the laser lighting the way to your doom, the planner of your obsolescence. I mean, it's just lines like that. I mean, he sounds like a Cenobite if you've seen the Hellraiser stuff, you know. He is awesome, awesome. And unfortunately, the G1 toy, I think, really bites. I don't, never liked it. Even as a kid, never liked it. As an adult, I don't like it. But Energon, uh, Energon Omega Supreme, on the other hand, I think is one of the best Transformer toys ever made, period. I don't like big toys, and I'm saying this, so I just think it's just fantastic. And that one lives up to its name, is the way I feel. So basically, towards the end, Shockwave gives his commandership completely to Megatron. So Megatron is now the master of the Decepticons, the commander. And oh yeah, one more thing, one more very important thing that I almost forgot was the Decepticons. I believe it was Megatron was going to he was going to meet Straxus, you know, and his forces coming in from the bridge. Well, instead he met Blaster and the other Autobots that ended up, you know, just now they're stranded on Earth, basically. So, you know, I'm sure it's going to be a matter of time for those guys to team up with Optimus and everything. So things are looking really, really good for the Autobots.